everyone. Welcome to Volleyball DNA, where we examine the characteristics that make up some of the most intriguing personalities in the world of volleyball. I'm Denise Lazaro.
And I'm Anton Rojas. The subject for this episode is one of the most respected individuals in the Philippine volleyball community. Apart from her exceptional play on the court, it's her impact off of it that makes what she does all the more meaningful. We are grateful to have on the show Miss Spike and Serve herself, Nicole Tiamzon.
Hi, Chami.
Hi, Ate Den. Hi, Anton.
Yo, finally!
Yeah. Buti na lang nag-message
Oo
ka.
nga.
Buti na lang ready ka. Buti na lang Gina G ka.
Oo nga eh.
Are you still studying?
Di na,
You're
ate.
taking masters?
Graduate na po.
No na.
Opo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just like focusing on volleyball and spike and serve.
Yeah, ate. Nandun naman na ano. Yun lang.
Oh, you're working with Shannon. Palek.
Yeah, she's working with me. Nasa spike and serve siya.
So cool. Wow. I spoke about spike and serve because when people talk about Nicole Tiamzon, they usually mention your advocacy, spike and serve. What does it mean to you to be viewed as somebody who's more than just a volleyball player?
I really didn't expect na parang ganun yung magiging ano rin ng mga tao na pag sinabing spike and serve, parang Nicole, di ba? I'm super happy na parang nagiging ganun lang. I'm not just an athlete, like parang I'm a sports advocate din, youth advocate, na really trying to use volleyball as a platform to reach out to other people, help other people.
And you're really recognized for that. I mean, a while back, we had Gretchen Ho on the show and sinabi niya na natutuwa siya that younger athletes are starting their own advocacies. And then she mentioned you. She mentioned spike and serve. And I see your pictures training the kids. And obviously, if you're somebody who trains the kids, you have a good eye for talent. And the way you speak, I was just telling Dan a while ago, you could be a coach. So, I mean, let's just say you became a coach in the UAAP today, and you could pick from the pool of any UAAP players, yung current UAAP players. Could you give us like the list of who you would draft per position? Like if you were a coach in the UAAP, you could build a team. Any school, basta current UAAP player.
Oh, okay. Parang wag naman sanang bias, no? Makakunin ko buong UP kasi parang wala lang. It's just really a dream to coach your own school eh. Parang yun talaga yung gusto kong balik-balikan kung magkakaroon ng pagkakataon after kong maglaro siguro. Pag nagkaroon ng chance, gusto kong i-coach yung UP talaga. Whoever player, but I really wanted to coach my school para kasi sabi nila, mas pag sa amin sa UP, mas maiintindihan mo talaga yung sistema ng UP din if you're from that university din. Kasi, number one siguro from Ateneo si Faith Nisperos for open spiker. She's very tall very talented since her UAP days din sa high school. Next siguro, setter. Sino ba mga setter ngayon? Siguro si Jel Cayuna pa rin. Kung maglalaro pa siya, sana wag na. So she's playing for Perlas na, si Jel Cayuna. Very flexible Isa Molde pa din. Siyempre si Isa. Playing years pa si Isa. Pasok pa din. Utility, siyempre si Tots. Dali kasi yung coach si Tots Susunod talaga si Tots sa mga saka may experience na rin wise talaga in the pro league. And then my another middle would be Aisha Ganaban. Still from UP.
Your heart is really with UP. You got 3 UP players in there.
Yeah. Underrated player pero magaling magaling talagang maglaro yung bata. I remember na parang sila yung nagda-diagonal ni Kathy before. I was playing in UP. Libero. Nierva from NU. Si Nierva ng NU. Yung kukunin ko. Kompleto na po ba?
Oh, one more medal.
Oh, one more medal.
One more medal.
May playing year pa si Villarreal ng FEU.
Yeah.
If she's gonna play then. Yeah, because she can spike, hindi lang quick, but differential. Pwede rin siya kasing gawing utility eh. Very flexible.
That's an underrated pick right there.
Yep.
Villarreal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even Jalka Yuna. I mean, she's very athletic and tall as a setter. That was a good lineup.
Yeah, it was what ano tawag dun when you pick from your own? It was home cooking.
Is that what you call it? Home cooking?
Why is it home cooking?
Kalahati ng team UP eh.
Kilala niya yung mga yun eh. Alam na niya yung ugali, di ba? Coachable nga sabi niya, di ba?
Right.
Pero Nicole, na-feel namin yung pagmamahal mo sa UP when you were explaining why you wanted to get UP players. Was it ever in your plan to go to UP? What's your recruitment story? Bakit ka napadpad sa UP?
Hindi pa kasi uso before sa UP yung recruitment kasi we don't really have any funds before. So, nag-walk-in lang ako. Kasabay ko sila Kathy, si Princess. Tryouts lang kami for that year, season 75. And I have a friend, si Ate Chel Chu, if you remember her, Lichelle Chu, na taga Taytay din. Tapos, I remember na naglalaro siya sa UP. Aya del Mundo, mga taga Rizal eh. Tapos sa UP daw sila pumupunta. So, niyaya lang nila ako to try out sa UP. And then, nalala ko yung ano pa namin nun is MWF lang. Ganun lang yung training system sa UP. Hindi pa everyday. Wow. So, tsinaga lang namin ng mommy ko rin na pumunta doon. Tapos, thank God naman na nakuha naman po. Other than that, wala talaga. May mga nag-recruit pero sa UP lang talaga ako nag-ano. Yeah, UP lang.
Wow. I'm curious about the tryouts. So pati si Kathy and si Princess Geyser nag-tryout lang? Walk-in?
Opo. Kasi si Kathy, she's a UP passer naman. So whatever it takes, taga-UP naman, mag-UP naman talaga siya. So kami mga walk-in, yun. Sabay-sabay lang kami. Marami dun sa batch po namin. Mga 8 po yata kaming nakuha noon. Kasi transition na rin.
Oo. Naalala ko si Kathy, parang yung kwento niya, napadaan lang siya, tas taekwondo siya dati.
Yeah.
That's what I remember. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, when you came into UP, Nicole, sinabi mo ang dami yung rookies, half the team rookies. It was a tough year. It was Coach Jarrod Hobaldes' second season as the coach, and the team went winless. But, there must have been a silver lining during that year. I'm sure you picked up something that you used for the remainder of your stay in the UAAP. What was that silver lining during your rookie year?
This is like, nagkaroon ng parang medyo hindi kami okay nung time na yon. Tapos we were expecting that our seniors will be there also to guide us. Kasi they have the experience to play in the UAP, which is kami wala naman. But we need to face like the Ateneo, Z Hervasio, Ate Den, di ba yung mga ibang schools pa na may seniors sila tapos kami parang wala. So we need to stand up on our own. Like yes, we have our seniors on that year, but then alam mo yung feeling na rookie ka pa lang, talagang kailangan mo na mag-contribute kasi wala ka namang parang makakapitan inside of the court. Kayo lang, mga bata. So I guess that season 70, 5 na year din namin is an eye-opener na kahit bata ka pa lang, you have the responsibility and you can really contribute inside of the court. You can be a leader inside of the court.
Well, the following year, Coach Jerry took over as head coach, and you talked about responsibility and having to mature early on. Ginawa kong starting setter ni Coach Jerry. Did you ever play that position before?
I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice.
Well, did you hesitate? Did you hesitate to play as the setter?
Well, aside from he's my head coach, you should look at the roster of the team also. Now, where you can really contribute and help the team. And like what you said a while ago, parang kailangan talagang maturity is coming in on that situation. Although, before po, nag-set ako nung high school, pero hindi yung, alam mo yun, parang I didn't expect na in the UAAP gagawin talaga akong setter. I remember, nung nagta-try out ako, nagsiset din ako. I remember that one. Kasi feeling nila ang tangkad ko nun to become a setter. Pero, yeah, that's why they try to... And tapos, nung pagpasok po ni Coach Jerry, another tryout pa kami. So, even kami, parang pinag-tryout pa. Yeah, pinag-tryout pa kaming lahat. Kasi to clear everybody. So, maraming papasok din. So, yung nilagay ko, nung time na yun, setter din ako. Saka open. So I don't have a choice. Just to be part of the team talaga. Yeah.
But I asked Coach Jerry about that eh. Sabi ko, ba't mo kinonvert si Tiamzon? Tapos sabi niya, high IQ ka daw and then matangkad. And your yung versatility mo daw. That's what he told me. But mostly it was the IQ daw eh. That's why he made you the setter. But then you know what? In your third year, that was really huge for you. And I think like people don't understand this, how hard, kung gaano kabigat yung ginawa mo nung third year. Kasi ginawa kang team captain. Yun yung pinakauna. Ginawa kang team captain in just your third year. And then you were a top 5 scorer in the UAAP. I mean, look at the people ahead of you. Alyssa, Jaja, and Aragalang. Tapos ikaw yung pang-apat sa scoring. And you were just in your third year. To what do you attribute that feat? Like, ano ginawa mo na, from setter, tas balik ka sa open spiker, and then you're top 4 in scoring. How did you do that?
Siguro po yung responsibility of being the team captain also. Although, even if you're not a team captain, you really have to contribute. Diba? But for me, mas nagkaroon ng bigat pa yun because your teammates really are trying to look up to you. They're looking up to you. And yun talaga yung gusto kong gawin eh. I really want to be an open spiker ever since the feeling of scoring also, it's different when you're a setter kasi into being a spiker. And yun talaga yung nagsimula talaga before ganun. And nung time na rin na yun, syempre wala kaming first ball. So if wala kaming first ball, yung bato ng bola laging sa open. Crucial points sa open, di ba? We don't have a choice. Pag binigay sa'yo yung bola, talagang nasa sayo na if anong gagawin mo dun sa ball. So yung porsyento po siguro, malaking bagay yun na nag-contribute yun sa pagiging top 4 ko din siguro ng UAAP, 7-7.
Who did you love playing against? Kasi yun nga, I was mentioning the other aces. Like, who were you excited about going up against every game during that year?
Siyempre si Ate Neo. Yung sila Ate Den. Nandun pa si Ate Den, di ba? Ate Den, nandun ka pa,
yeah,
diba?
That was her last year.
I was still there.
Yeah, yun. Yung mga nasa Final 4 po. Kasi hindi naman kami nakakapasok sa Final Four eh. So, we're very excited to be the dark horse every time na alam mo yun, maka ano man lang sa mga nagpa-Final Four kahit pa paano. Yeah.
Well, season 78 was a huge year for UP, breakthrough year. Kasi pumasok yung super rookies. I think this was Tot, Isa. So those are added, ammunition for your lineup. Did you know then that you had a chance to make it to the Final Four?
Yes, definitely. Kasi kulang talaga kami nun. I mean, yung lalim ng bench namin, hindi ganun kalalim eh. So, walang nahuhugot kapag pagod na yung mga nasa 6 din. Tapos mga crucial points. And yun nga, medyo pure blood in the UAAP and talagang alam mo yun, yung parang excited talaga sila to perform. Nakaka-add yun to the morale of the UP team that time also. And it's the time also na nagsha-shuffle ng players si Coach Jerry. Different games, different teams yung kalaban. Kaya medyo nagiging tricky si UP nung time na yun.
How did you gel right away with the super rookies? I mean, kasi ikaw, during your third year, you were really scoring a lot of points. And then in comes Isa, in comes Tots, and you somewhat had to defer to them para makapag-shine sila. So how did you gel so well? Like, yung batch mo and then their batch coming in?
Siguro nung time namin nila Kathy, wala kasi seniority sa amin eh. We are the seniors of the team but then tinanggal ng time na yun yung parang seniority. Linis ng court, everything. Yung mga ginagawa namin before, ginagawa pa rin namin ngayon. Some, like may pros and cons kasi yun eh. For me, mas nagkaroon ng balance din that time. Basta hindi lang aabusuhin, syempre. Yung mga ganong yung time na yun. Nawala yung barrier because of the team bondings also. And kami-kami lang din naman magkakasama nung time na yun. Tapos, ang daming changes. Syempre, pagpasok nila, mga bago. Tapos, may mga... Yung time na dumating yung mga sponsors, so mas maraming get-together. Kain kami after ng game, pag-training, ganun. Siguro yung mga small little things na mga ganun po, mga ganung bagay, nakaka-contribute yun to gel inside of the court.
Teka, na-excite ako eh. Binanggit mo yung mga sponsors. So yung mga sponsors na yan, kasi di ba, nakakagana yun eh. When you know the sponsors are like supporting you guys, did they come like before the season or during the season na? Yung support?
Nung 77, nung third year ako, nandyan na naman sila eh. Nowhere to go but up. And our UP alumni, hindi naman po nawala yung mga yan. Nung pagpasok lang nung 78, ayan, dumating na yung mas mabigat na sponsors kasi nag-recruit na sila eh. Nandiyan na yung mga super rookies eh. Saka,
so, sila Tots were recruited?
Yes. They're recruited.
How about nung first year ni Coach Jerry? Did he have recruits of his own?
Yes. Sila Tani Kaong, Monica Ortiz, Sandoval, yung mga galing palaro ng NCR po. Yan. Bit-bit niya rin pagpasok po ng UP.
I see.
Okay. The reason why I was asking about the sponsors also is because that was a big year for you. Because UP made it to the Final Four, and this was after 12 years. So that should be a big deal. Now, in 2014, yung UP men's basketball team famously had a bonfire.
It was in the news.
Yeah, it was in the news.
It was in the news.
And it was strange because they only won one game. I mean, it's just one game. It's not a Final Four. It's just one game. But they did end the 27-game losing streak. So, props to those guys. But the women's volleyball team, they make it to the Final Four after 12 years. I'm just curious. I didn't hear of any bonfire. Was there any reward for you guys for making it to the Final Four? I mean, because dapat ma-celebrate yan, di ba?
I don't even remember.
What?
I don't even remember.
No.
Because the men's team also nakapasok din ng Final Four
Oh.
Yun yata yung pero I don't know. I forgot na kung meron kami pa bonfire or what. I don't even remember. I
Man,
don't remember.
that is disappointing.
Yeah, but I think it doesn't matter also for us because it's a celebration to become part of Final Four. Pero siguro sa amin na yun internally as a team. And then yung the whole UP community, pinuno nila yung MOA Arena nung time na yun. So okay, for me okay na sa akin yun. Makita lahat nung time na yun against Ateneo na halos lahat maroon nung time na yun. So for me that's okay. Yeah.
I think yung celebration nila after was training. I mean, preparation for the next season. Like, we're in the Final Four. We're in the Final Four. What's the next step? Finals, diba? I mean, you had the tools to make it far, diba? Yeah. During your final year, UP had its best start in recent memory. Going from 4-0, the team went into a downward spiral. What do you think caused this sudden change in the team? Kasi a lot of things happened eh. Like, I think it started with the loss to Ateneo, and then Pia Geyser got injured. Were those factors?
Siguro maaga kami nag-peak nung time na yon. And, like, beating UST, beating Lasal also. And then the people are expecting na, they can beat Ateneo also because they defeated Lasal. Siguro, tumaas yung expectations ng mga tao. Tumaas din yung expectations sa amin. Tumaas din yung pressure. A lot of things are, daming nangyayari, daming sinasabi ng mga tao. So, na-hype up masyado na, tuloy-tuloy na to kasi na kami. Mga ganong factors siguro that really affected us. So, nung nakatikim kami ng talo nung time na yon, bagsak talaga kami. Kasi we were expecting also na, kaya na namin siguro si Ateneo din. And parang kami, yung galaw namin nun, sobrang tigas, parang hindi makagalaw. Wala. That's the start of the downfall also. Sinubukan namin mag-recover pero it's too late. Too late na rin kasi.
Sayang no? I mean...
Yeah. Sobrang sayang yun.
When I was looking at the team standings, sabi ko, wow, UP's at the top. UP's really at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when expectations go up, the pressure goes up rin. And sometimes that can get to you as a player. Nakaka-affect rin yun ng performance kasi when you were expecting yun na, I can perform well, and then you don't, get you. Parang sometimes if you don't perform as expected, parang you're trying too hard na, and then parang hindi na fluid yung movement mo. Yeah, hindi na natural. So yeah, I get what you're saying.
Nicole, it was your mom who got you into volleyball, right? I mean, she was a player before, right?
Yeah, before. She's playing before. Pero hindi pa uso kasi yung mga ganyan-ganyan before. Yung mga UAAP yung time nila. Yeah.
So, hindi naman siya was she from a UAAP school?
No. I think she played for CCP and then AAC before. But hindi pa ganong
Okay.
kilala.
All right. So what was your first memory of knowing what the UAAP was? Like, did you watch the UAAP on TV?
I remember Ate Rachel, Dakis, nung time po nila na
Okay.
FEU UST. Kasi she's from Taytay
Mm.
eh. She's from Rizal.
Okay,
So medyo
okay.
matunog. And then, yeah. And my cousin is from FEU before. That's why dati feeling ko gusto ko pumasok ng FEU kasi ang galing nila.
So, pinapanood mo si Dakis sa TV, ganon? Or like naririnig mo lang siya sa lugar niyo?
Napapanood ko yung Studio 23 pa po before.
Okay. So
Sila.
sa TV na. Okay, okay.
Shire Gonzalez, Maika
Mm.
Morada, yung mga ano pa po before FEU. Yan.
Yung mga mahilig mag-trash talk. Mahilig daw
Ayun.
mag-trash talk yung mga yun eh.
Agree.
Well, they can back it up. They're really good.
They're good. Yeah.
Okay. Nicole, I want to ask you, since yun nga, you're a very well-rounded player, like if you could play for any UAAP team in history, nako, baka UP na naman to. If you could play for any UAAP team in history, kahit ano kahit yung season 77 team ni Denden, yung team ni Rachel Andakis, like if you could just insert yourself in any team, like which team would you want to play for?
Yung team nila Ate Z, nung first year ako. Yun yung gusto
75.
kong 75. Yeah.
Okay, why?
Kasi,
Why that team?
After kong nanonood before na FEU, napanood ko rin sila Ateneo. Kung gusto ko rin si Ateneo before na UAAP school, kung hindi ako mag-UP sana. Tapos, wala, I'm so amazed with Ate Z din ng time na yon. Yan yung Fab 5 po. Kasi 'di ba sobrang maano sila sa news eh. Fab 5 daw, tapos si Coach Roger. Naalala ko pag nagmumura si Coach Roger sa mga nagagalit siya. Siyempre, you're a kid before eh. Tapos parang na-imagine mo, oh my God, yan ba yung mga coaches before? I mean, coaches in the UAAP. So, yun yung time na pipiliin ko, 75.
Wow, that's an interesting choice. Then
And
how
this
would
was Z's last year. The Fab Five last year. And Z was the team captain.
That's right.
I'm trying to imagine Nicole being there.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
Eliza and Phil.
I was gonna ask you about that. Like, how would Nicole have fit in on that team?
Wala.
Ano wala? Grabe ba
Pwede ako sub sa kanila. sub na lang.
Mas malalim yung bench namin nun. Coach Roger would have been very happy if you were with us.
Kasama si Nicole sa prank niyo kay Coach Roger.
Yung Call Me Maybe nila.
Ay, oo.
Yung Call Me Maybe nila.
That was fun. Call Me Maybe.
Yeah.
Time flies. I feel so old.
Oh, wait. I think I saw that. Yun ba yung sumasayaw kayo sa locker room?
Yes.
And even Coach Roger. Grabe, naalala ni Nicole.
Si Coach Roger game sa ganyan.
Sino may pakana nun? Like, how did that start?
I'm not sure kung si Phil or like sila Beatan. They're into that. Or si Z. They're into that. They're fun. And naalala ko when you started doing that, you were dancing. Talo kami sa game na yun. Yun yung naalala ko. So, bawal na muna mag-ganda.
Oh my God.
But anyway, going back to Nicole, we talked about spike and serve earlier. I'm just curious, like, how did that start? What inspired you to start spike and serve?
It started when after kong graduate way back 2017, and that time I really don't know what to do because we finished early in the UAAP, and then some of my batchmates are going to med, and then that time I really don't know what to do. I wanted to explore, so nag-coach ako, tumulong sa UPIS and everything, and then dun ko parang na-combine lahat na, I really wanted to go back to my own province also, to give back and to help the kids out there to, to train and ma-share sa kanila yung mga na-experience ko din in the UAAP. So, I remember that time also na kinakantsawan ako ng mga high school friends ko na volleyball player. Sabi nila, oh, tara na, let's play na ulit. Tapos ka na naman sa UAAP eh. At that time, I think I'm part of Perlas na. And, I don't wanna risk din also yung mga injuries and everything. So, nung time na yun, sabi ko, sige, gawa na lang ako ng liga for you guys. Mag-one-day league event na lang ako. So, yun. I was so happy kasi I started on that one sa Kainta. Nag-reach out lang ako sa LGU. I started Spike and Serve as a one-day league event. And all of my high school teammates before was there playing. So, tuwan-tuwa ako kasi dun lang naman nagsimula eh. So that's how I started, and every after the one-day league event, just to gather the community, I'm giving a free volleyball clinic to the kids in the same municipality. So like the proceeds of the event will go to the free volleyball clinic to the kids. So the Spike is the event, and then the serve is the free volleyball clinic. That's why it's Spike and Serve.
Wow.
Galing.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it. And yeah, and eventually after 4 months, sinubukan ko punta sa mga municipalities here in Rizal, pero mahirap talaga siyang i-sustain nung time na yon. And then way back November 2017, I got a chance to become part of the UNESCO, the Youth and Sport Task Force, and medyo baby pa si Spike and Serve noon after 4 months. Tapos nung nag-present kami and everything, kasi mga young leaders yun from Southeast Asia. Sabi ko, bakit sa kanila very stable na, tapos parang sustainable na, and then parang medyo iba pa yung ambience ni Spike and Serve. That's where I got the idea of doing a long-term programs talaga in the grounds. Kaya nung time na yun, nag-shift din pagpasok ng 2018 yung mga programs ni Spike and Serve.
Yeah, I remember in 2018, people were really like talking about, oh, Nicole, she's so smart. Like she went to Paris. Like that was yun yung mga kwento sa sa ABS, di ba nagko-commentate ka rin, nag-analyst ka rin sa ABS-CBN. Oh, Nicole went to Paris. So I was like, oh, really? Yeah, for what? For her Spike and Serve. Like she partnered up with UNESCO. So grabe, I mean, congrats on that. And then the following year, nag-Seoul ka pa, di ba?
Yeah,
so, like, first of all, like, how does it feel na, like your baby, like something that you just came up with, Spike and Serve, got you opportunities like that to travel to Paris and then Seoul. And, what learnings did you pick up from going over there?
I really didn't expect yung mga ganon. Kasi, like, sino ba naman ako para pumunta sa mga ganon? If you're gonna compare me with my other colleagues in the UNESCO that time, di ba? Talagang yun yung trabaho nila. Unlike me na I'm an athlete and just trying to start my advocacy. But then, nakita ko kasi that's an eye-opener for me to really fix my program, and not just making it good, but making it sustainable also for the community. And yung exposure ko din na yon, kasi that time I remember, if you're part of the UNESCO kasi, this organization, talagang you have an opportunity to go out. Yung iba kong colleagues nag-Switzerland, may mga ganon. Kasi UNESCO maraming, the headquarters is in Paris, and that time, nabigyan ako ng chance noon to represent our own organization, the Asia Pacific Youth and Sport Task Force. So, ito naman, we're really using sport as a platform to reach out to the community. Not just volleyball, all of the sport na talaga na different different sports kami. And maganda yung experience na yun kasi sasalita ka in front of everybody, lahat ng partners ng UNESCO nandun, di ba? And yung point lang naman namin doon is for them to invest in the sport. Like kasi ang daming hindi naniniwala that sport can really help and can be a tool for community development. Kasi yes, it's nakikita mo yan kasi student athletes and everything, pero mas may lalalim pa dun eh. Yun yung nakuha ko dun sa mga ganong conferences. And yun yung gusto ko rin dalhin sana and ma-adapt ni Spike and Serve as I go along the way pa for this involvement sa kanila.
Wow. And from someone who just graduated a couple of years ago, that's really impressive, Nicole. And I mean, did you have any challenges like continuing Spike and Serve during this pandemic?
During this pandemic, yeah, sobrang bigat kasi when you're running an organization, the first thing that you need to look at is do you have a funding? Kasi the funding will sustain your organization, and kasi kung wala kang funding, paano mo susuportahan yung mga taong tinutulungan mo din? Yes, you can give for free, but then yung mga manpower mo din, 'di ba, sa mga local communities, yung mga coaches mo pa, syempre kailangan mo rin silang suportahan. Especially this time of pandemic na sabi ko nga, is this the time to focus more on myself, to stop Spike and Serve? But then, naisip ko, I don't think this is the time to be selfish also. Kasi sa akin lang din, sa organization lang din umaasa yung iba kong coaches. And yung mga coaches na yun, hindi lang naman money yung habol, hindi lang naman financial support yung habol eh. Yung sanity rin nila. Kasi just to keep them sane is by helping people pa din. Yun yung naging outlet namin during this time of pandemic.
Nicole, parang nakita ko nag-start ka rin ng Spike and Serve Cafe ah.
Yeah, actually mas nagve-venture out na kami, like trying to explore, but mas naging mas nag-focus kami ngayon sa Spike and Serve Volleyball Academy. The academy we're in, the kids can enroll. I started this academy to support my NGO also. Para may self-generating funds na rin si Spike and Serve. Those who can afford, I can support the kids who cannot afford. And then the cafe naman, same lang din. May mga tumulong lang din sa amin na, why don't you try this one? Baka mamaya pwede naman. So yun, yung proceeds din napupunta rin sa NGO. Kahit onti lang, pero malaking tulong pa rin po.
Grabe from a one-day league, ang dami nang nagawa ng Spike and Serve. So congratulations on that, Nicole.
Thank you, Anton.
Let's talk about BanKo Perlas and the PVL. This is your club team. You've been with them for quite some time already, but you haven't gotten over the hump yet. You've finished bronze 3 times in the PVL. What do you think the team needs to do to make it to the next level? And I think this is a timely question considering na malapit na kayo maglaro ulit.
Si Ate Den. Mga kalaban. Ngayon ko lang mga kalaban si Ate Den eh.
So, ngayon na lang ulit, no?
Yeah. Tagal na. I'm trying to figure out that one also. Kasi tagal na rin namin na nasa bronze eh. And onting-onti na lang magfa-finals na, pero parang hindi talaga binibigay ni Lord. Siguro, lalo na ngayon nawala yung core namin. Maybe it's time for us, yung mga pioneer din talaga ni Perlas, na mas mag-step up pa. And yung feeling of ang tagal na natin tong ginugusto makapasok sa finals, pero hindi pa rin natin alam yung feeling to really get into it. Like you're in the last part na eh. Unting laban na lang eh. Yun yung kailangan ma-surpass eh. Kahit sabihin mong my teammates, my seniors are really champion players from PLDT, Ateneo, di ba? They have a championship experience. I'm not saying na kami wala, nila Cathy and everything, but then, kailangan namin talagang i-feel pa more yung gusto namin mangyari talaga. Mas i-grab pa namin, mas panindigan namin para makasurvive talaga kami.
Wait, sino yung core na nawala, Nicole?
Yung Ateneo people din po namin.
Wala
Like
na sila sa
siya.
lineup ngayon? Sino yung mga bago nyo?
Most of our players ngayon po, mga galing UAAP, mga FEU players, sila Ginoo, sila Cayuna, Villarreal, ayan, sila Tang Ponces with Perlas, sino pa ba? Karandang, mga bata talaga yung. Yung core na I'm talking about is Ate Ella is with Creamline right now. Ate Z, I don't know if she's playing. For Perlas pa, syempre marami pa siyang ginagawa and other Pero yung mga ganun. Giselle Tan, wala na rin. Mga pioneer ni Perlas. Yeah.
Dami palang player movement ngayon, ha?
Exciting
Opo.
times for volleyball. Yeah, a lot of people are, excited for us to start. We're excited to start. We're looking forward to, start the bubble na, start training at least.
Yeah.
But Nicole, which teams are you looking forward to playing against in the upcoming season? Dami na kasing teams na bago eh. And
Oo nga po eh.
teams na are adding people in, like Petrogas is like a huge team right now with Myla, Cess, and Gretch, Creamline of course. So, which ones are you looking forward to playing against?
Syempre yung team ni Ate Den. Nandyan lahat eh.
Kasi tayo yung magkausap ngayon.
Hindi. I wanted to play against Chocomucho kasi si Shana nandyan din eh. And aside from Chocomucho, syempre, Creamline, defending champion.
Si Tots nasa Creamline na, di ba?
Opo.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, Isa is
magkalaban.
with Petrogas.
Oh, Isa is
Right?
with PLDT. PLDT.
Oh, see, we have PLDT and Signal pa.
Yeah. And Petrogas, very veterans yung nandun kasi talaga. So I'm looking forward sa teams na yan.
Okay. Yeah, I'm also excited as a fan to watch you guys play again. But Nicole, I'm sure as you get back to playing, you will continue to think about how you can make an impact with the volleyball community. A lot of changes have happened with regards to like the leadership in volleyball. I mean, Miss Secretary is here.
Miss Secretary of the Athletes Commission.
Athletes Commission.
Right.
So I mean, like that's a good thing. I mean, you mga players dati, and now you're taking an active role in terms of making an impact, helping the development of the sport. Like for you, Nicole, ano pa yung mga gusto mong makita, like in terms of that, like athletes, having positions and helping out to push the game forward. Well, what else do you want to see with regards to the betterment of Philippine volleyball?
This is in connection also why I really started Spike and Serve, because before I really don't see mga parang medyo magulo pa before. Let's be honest, magulo pa talaga. Hindi mo alam kung saan ka tatakbo if you need help. Yep. And that time, I don't know kung kanino ko hingi din ng tulong to help my province. To get my province na, yung magandang magandang facility, but then yung proper training and long-term programs in the grassroots level. Kasi tumatanda na rin lahat eh. I'm not talking about you, Ate Den, but
tumatanda na ako, Nicole. Aminin na natin.
Totoo. I mean, sino pa bang mag-push forward nito? Sino bang magtutuloy nito? Kundi yung next generation. So, as part of my advocacy also, yun nandun din yung puso ko and the development sa baba. So, if you're building them, you're trying to help them, and then the federation is now okay, like the volleyball community is trying to be united, mas magandang future yung nakahanda na sa kanila pag-angat nila din sa UAAP. Yes, maganda na yung UAAP natin and everything. Doon nag-boom yung volleyball. Pero paano yung mga ibang tao pa? Paano pa yung mga ibang players na hindi pa natatap sa other places in the Philippines? Sana mas mabigyan pa sila ng opportunities and more platforms, more leagues also, so we can showcase and maximize the talents also. Not just the players here in Manila or yung may mga connections, but like trying to build the bridge between sa kanila and sa mga nandito sa Maynila.
Noted na yan ni Miss Secretary. Noted na yan.
Yes, we recorded everything. Thanks for your input, Miss Nicole Tiamzon. But, Nicole, I'm just so inspired by your passion for helping out others. Thank you for sharing feel namin yung pagmamahal mo for UP, for the sport, and of course for others. I mean, you're the epitome of a servant leader. And I applaud you for that. And congratulations with, the success and continuing success of Spike and Serve. I mean, you're just so inspiring to see how you're using your platform to reach out to the community and showing that sports can be a tool for, community development, as you said earlier. So thank you so much for your time, Nicole.
Thank you, Ate Dan. Thank you, Anton, for this one.
It's great catching up. And I mean, we've been wanting you for a while because since last year pa, because we're very proud of everything you've been doing. So we really salute you and thank you so much for the time.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Guys, Nicole Tiamzon on Volleyball DNA.
Thank you for watching Volleyball DNA. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to get notified for future episodes and interview highlights.
And while you're at it, head over to our Facebook page by clicking on the link in the description.